The line before the doors. The line starts where the parking lot begins to crack. The building used to be a discount furniture place. You can still see the ghost of letters above the new sign. A darker rectangle in the paint where rain never washed evenly. Now the sign is clean and bright, too confident for the neighborhood. The glass doors below it are still locked. A paper notice is taped at eye level, the corners curling away from the glass. The man arrives from the road with a cardboard cup of coffee in one hand and a thin plastic bag in the other. The bag is empty, except for a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. The cup lid doesn't fit right. When he walks, coffee leaks along the seam and leaves a dark streak down the side. He stops near the back of the line and chooses a place where the curb dips and the paint has worn to gray. He drinks. The coffee is already flat. It tastes like it has been waiting for him longer than he has been waiting for it. People stand spaced as if space can keep them safe from each other. Jackets stay zipped. Hands stay busy with small things. A woman ahead of him wears cheap gloves with the fingertips cut off. She keeps rubbing her thumb against her index finger, as if checking whether the skin is still there. A younger man near the front holds his phone at chest height and keeps tapping the screen awake, then letting it go dark again. The morning is cold enough to make the metal shopping carts inside the entrance look sharper. Through the glass, the carts sit nested in a line, their handles wrapped in thin plastic that hasn't been torn yet. A worker moves behind them. He carries a box across the aisle and sets it down. The box disappears behind a shelf. The worker's face never turns toward the doors. A clock is mounted on the wall beside the entrance. Its second hand hesitates before it moves on. The minute hand doesn't seem to move at all. The man shifts his weight and looks down at the asphalt in front of his shoes. Water has collected in a shallow pocket there. It doesn't run anywhere. The surface is still, holding a broken reflection of the sign. He sees the bright letters wobble in the water and then straighten when the wind stops. A truck passes on the highway and pulls a thin wind behind it. A folded flyer skids across the lot, scraping over grit. It stops near a tire mark and lies there as if it has decided to stay. The flyer advertises something else, another store, another opening, another reason to arrive early. No one picks it up. The woman in the fingerless gloves checks her watch. The face is scratched so badly that she tilts it to catch the light. Then she drops her arm and stares at the doors again. The younger man near the front pockets his phone and lights a cigarette. He turns slightly so the flame doesn't show. Smoke drifts low, then breaks apart. It doesn't rise like it should. It stays near the ground as if it is tired. The man finishes his coffee down to the last bitter inch and keeps the cup. The cardboard has softened where his fingers press it. He rolls the rim between his thumb and forefinger, flattening it a little. The cup makes a faint crackling sound, the only sound close enough to belong to him. The doors remain locked. Someone behind him coughs once and then stops. The cough is controlled, not asking for attention. A car pulls into the lot and parks crookedly across two faded lines. A man gets out, looks at the line, then looks at the sign as if he needs to confirm that this is the right place. He joins the end without greeting anyone. Inside, lights blink on in a row, then settle. The worker returns to the glass and wipes near the handle with a paper towel. The towel leaves a clean arc on the door. The worker pauses and looks out, not at the line, not at any one person. Then he turns away again. The man remembers a different kind of waiting, not in detail, only the body memory of it. The dull pressure in the lower back, the stiff neck. A woman further up the line steps out and walks to her car. Her keys rattle once, a quick metallic sound that cuts the quiet and then disappears. She opens the trunk, looks inside, closes it. She stands with her hand on the lid as if she's trying to remember something and cannot. Then she returns and takes her place without apology. The man watches the empty space she left fill again. People step forward a few inches without deciding to. He realizes he has been standing longer than he has to. He feels it like a change in temperature. Leaving would require choosing a direction, and choosing would require thinking about what waits on the other side of the morning. He stays. A small sound comes from the sign above the doors, an electrical hum that thickens and thins. The bright letters do not flicker, but the air around them seems to vibrate. The man looks at the tape on the notice again. It is clear tape, cheap, the kind that turns cloudy in cold weather. The paper underneath is printed in a clean font, the words straight and professional. The corners of the paper lift slightly, and the tape holds them down. The younger man's cigarette burns down to the filter. He flicks it into the gutter and grinds it with his shoe. The motion is practiced. Then he puts his hands back in his pockets and looks forward as if nothing happened. Another person leaves the line. This one does not come back. A man steps out, walks toward the road, and disappears behind the gas station canopy. The space he leaves holds for a moment like a missing tooth. Nobody comments. Nobody turns their head to watch him go. After a few seconds, the line tightens and the gap closes. The man takes half a step forward. His shoes stop just short of the pooled water. He is closer to the doors now. He looks at his hands. The coffee cup is almost empty. His fingers have left dents in the cardboard. The cup is no longer a cup so much as a soft shape he is holding, because he has been holding it. Light reaches the front of the building and slides down the glass. For a moment, the inside brightens and becomes clearer. Shelves stand empty in the front aisle. Ready? Boxes are stacked neatly along the wall, brown cardboard against gray flooring. A row of new price tags hangs from the shelf edges, white strips with black numbers, untouched by fingers. The carts wait in their nested line, handles still wrapped. Then the light moves on, and the inside dims again. A short click comes from the doors. It is not loud, but it changes everything. People straighten. Someone clears their throat. Shoes scuff. The woman with the fingerless gloves tightens her scarf and lifts her chin. The younger man near the front steps closer. The doors do not open immediately. Then the worker appears again. He reaches for the lock, turns it, and pulls the door open just enough to slip a yellow caution sign onto the floor. The sign stands there, bright plastic, warning about a wet surface that does not look wet. The worker's sleeve is rolled up. His wrist looks tired. He does not look at the people as he sets the sign down. He closes the door again and turns the lock back. The line waits. The man looks down at his cup. He could throw it away now. There is a trash bin near the entrance, black plastic with a swinging lid. The lid hangs slightly crooked, as if it has been hit too many times. He does not move. Time stretches again. The next click is followed by the sound of the lock releasing fully. The door opens wider. Warm air spills out briefly, carrying the faint smell of new plastic and cardboard, and something sweet that could be detergent. The worker steps aside. The line begins to move forward. People look at the floor and at the carts and at the bright aisles. The woman with the fingerless gloves goes in without turning her head. The younger man follows, his hands still in his pockets until the last moment, when he pulls them out to grab a cart handle and tears the thin plastic wrap with a quick motion. The man steps forward with the line until he reaches the place where the caution sign stands. He stops there. The stream of people divides around him and reforms ahead. No one asks him why he stopped. He watches the carts separate one by one. He watches a receipt printer near the front register blink to life. He watches a cashier adjust a stack of bags, opening one with a snap. His coffee cup is still in his hand. It is light and soft and nearly nothing. He turns toward the trash bin and drops the cup in. The cup falls without sound. The lid swings and settles again, still crooked. For a moment he stands with empty hands. The sign above the doors glows in the daylight as if it is trying too hard. The morning has warmed slightly. The pooled water near the curb has begun to thin at the edges. He does not go inside. He does not step back either. He stands where the air is cooler, where the parking lot holds the last of the night, and he looks at the open door without looking through it. A thin line of sunlight touches the glass and slides away. He takes one slow breath, then another, and the day continues.